Morning gang, it's Jay, and I'm moving on to the next lesson for the Bushclass lessons, and it is the sharpening of a knife. Something I've always struggled with through the years. Used different kinds of sharpeners, your little pocket sharpeners. Great for, just touching up a knife real quick, but doesn't always give a long lasting edge to it or very sharp. Your little pocket stones that come on a lot of your sheath knives. Those are great for touching up dings or whatnot. Then I use a larger two-sided stone. This one here I use for my hatchet a lot, and that works out really well, just because I can use it in a circular motion for touching things up. I'll use as well, especially on my one hatchet, any kind of a file, and that works out good too, especially for heavy-duty steel. But this lesson is just sharpening normal pocket knives. Your sheath knives, which we all tend to use a lot for feather sticks and for cutting cordage, maybe cutting wild game, skinning an animal. Lots of different uses there. These blades take a lot of abuse from battening wood. Lot of abuse there. So sharpening is something I've tried to get better with. I think I finally figured out what's working good for me lately, and it's really just I took a block of wood and put 2 different grits of sandpaper on it. What I have on hand right now is 80 grit and 120 grit, so I used that. I just stapled it to a block of wood, as you can see. Real nice and simple. And then a leather strap. I actually got this through the gift exchange last year through Bushcraft USA. Gotten a lot of use. Thank you very much, whoever my Secret Santa was then. But from watching the Bushclass video on this, I really like the idea of taking a magic marker and marking on the blade exactly where it is that down your edge for marking, so that you know where if you're hitting your edge or not. This is working out really good for me lately. And then it's just a matter of starting off with a heavier grit to deburr anything. I always went this way, but I'm slowly learning that you want to create a rolled edge so that we are going in the opposite direction towards the spine of the knife instead of the blade. This is working out really good for me for getting a much sharper edge to it. You can see I'm kind of getting the edge there. Doing this on video, not being able to concentrate as much, but I think we're all getting the point there. Switching over sides, coming to the back side of the blade. See, I am getting the edge of the knife. Pretty much the color's just about gone there. Switch over to the other side real quick. Then I'll switch over to a finer grain. I'll wipe my blade off. Repeat the process just to help get that finer edge to it. You can see some of the blue coming off on the stone or the sandpaper there. So I'm definitely hitting the edge. Switch over to the other side. I definitely need to work on this technique more. One more pass. Pretty quick, pretty easy. Then on the leather strap, once again, roll away from the spine. Come back. And then, of course, the infamous paper test. I think I'm doing pretty good there. So anyways, there's sharpening a pocket knife. I'm going to work on that a bit more, but that's a good student lesson. I enjoyed it. I have a bunch of other knives to sharpen, so we'll get at it. Thanks. Bye.